Hi, my name is Nastaya, and this is the annoying voice again. And it really is annoying because I have no voice currently. I've been sick these last few days. But other than the fact that I've been sick, I have been working on this little side project. I mean, it's not like even a side project, like genuinely just a project. I've been working on redoing a redraw of a redraw that I did on this channel like ages ago. And I wanted to check what time it was that I actually made those, the first Speedpaint and the redraw. This would be a redraw of a redraw. Did I pull up both of them on the screen? Yes, I did in fact pull up both of them on the screen. So the original has been uploaded 7 years ago on September 14th of 2018. So basically 8 years ago. Jeez. Well, I can't really speak much about the lore anymore, which is probably sad, but like this character hasn't been in my head for a while, so not much new lore. I could maybe, if I run out of things to say, I could maybe. But like, yeah, in the old video, my accent was so bad. And like, even in the newer video, in the redraw, the accent was also so bad. Like, funny bad. You see me drawing the hair. So this drawing, it took me like, I think about half a year to finish it because I started it and then I couldn't get through the hair and then I finally got through the hair and then I didn't want to draw the outfit. So yeah. And also because of that, this drawing is very much a mishmash of different states of my style. Because like the hair, the way I draw the hair on this specific drawing, I maybe did that once before. I drew a very specific drawing before this one that had very nice over-rendered hair, and I decided that, oh yeah, I want to do that again. And guess what? That was a pretty bad decision. Yeah, I don't draw hair like that anymore. I actually been studying some new rendering recently, and it's more like anime semi-realism, which kind of that's kind of my art style, but like just a very specific brand of anime semi-realism. But like this hair is leaning way more into realism, and I'm not sure if like that fits my art style as much. Like as you can see, I kind of render the faces, but not exactly. It did take me like a pretty long time to like figure out the way I do face shadows. Usually, especially when I'm using Psy, and I've been using Psy less recently because I got an iPad. I got an iPad, so I obviously been using Procreate recently, especially for classes. Yeah, because you probably don't keep up with me, but I've been an art student for the last 3 years. So this is kind of that trend of like your art pre-art school and your art post art school, because I'm officially a Bachelor of Visual Arts right now. So yeah, this is kind of that. I mean, not entirely, because as I said, I started this like half a year ago. I only finished it recently. This is just what you get. This is ADHD commentary, you know? Oh yeah, so we are getting to this part. I've had an issue with this redraw. Another issue that wasn't just me not wanting to do the hair and like feeling that the pose was off, or like not wanting to finish the rendering. Another issue was that I didn't really have a design that I liked for this character. So what you're seeing right now is my attempt at redesigning this character, giving him like a proper design, proper outfit. It's mostly about the outfit. And like the attempts you're seeing here, they're not that bad, but I don't actually like them. Like the one I chose to eventually draw is probably the best one from these, but it could be better. Like I do actually really like doing character designs. I mean, I wouldn't say it's my focus, but I kind of wanted it to be my focus. Like if I was to pick a master's, I would probably do it like in character design, probably, or like illustration, maybe. Probably illustration actually, but like character design will be my second guess. So yeah, that is kind of what I deal with mostly. But yeah, I would actually really like to maybe make a video of just doing a redesign, an outfit redesign for some old character. I could like upload a next video. If this video gets like any more than 1 view, then maybe I could try doing a second video where I do a redesign of some old character. Because I did some really good redesigns recently, and I really love them, but this one is not the one I'm the most proud about. So I do think, maybe not that I would redo this character specifically, but like I would want to sit down with one of my old characters and just have like a nice redesigning session. Because like when I sit down to draw, there is no world. There's like, I hyper focus on drawing very much. There is nothing really that gets me to focus as much as drawing. Like if I sit down to do a drawing, I'm probably gonna be gone. I mean, usually even my bigger pieces, I usually finish them in 2 to 3 hours, but like I'm gonna be gone for the entire time of that. I'm gonna be so focused. I will forget to do like, I will forget to go to the toilet. I will definitely forget to eat. And what is funny is that I usually draw in the morning, so I usually forget breakfast for some reason. Okay, so let's stop with the ADHD commentary. As you can see, roughly in this place, I had an issue that his hair looks way too blonde. And, like, this character is supposed to have, like, dark blonde hair, technically. Like, more brown, but, like, it's supposed to be more brown, and it looked a little too blonde, so I had to darken it a bit. And, like, doing all of those waves. Like this character specifically has a pretty unique hair texture. I have like one other character who has a similar hair texture to him. And yeah, drawing that is pretty difficult, but it's also like pretty challenging, and it's also like genuinely really nice. I do think like the hair kind of stands out against the rest of the drawing, maybe not necessarily in a good way, sadly, but like that's what happens when you randomly decide you want to over render. And I for sure did over render. I was also trying to say before that the way the outline of his face is how my Psy art style usually looks like. But I came back in the last part of this recording to do like the finishing touches, and the face is a little different than I would usually do it, like let's say a year ago. But like I am the most confident in the like heavy line art style that I do in Psy. It is probably my most comfortable art style. And as you can see, I did like a very flat coloring version of the outfit that was chosen from the design sheet. I also tried doing his hand, but in the finished version, there's a version with the hand and without the hand, because I think like the hand makes the anatomy look a little screwed up. There's also the background thing. I really love doing like very harsh colors for the background. At first I went for like a very light green, and it did look nice, especially with his red accents. But yeah, I do usually choose a very harsh color for the background. I don't know, I think it makes, especially like drawings which don't have much contrast, and this one doesn't have that much contrast, I think it just makes them stand out. And yeah, you can see me like experimenting with the face, with the facial rendering, because I was doing those style studies recently. I think I finally made his face a bit different than you see it here. But I am actually very, very happy how the clothing rendering came out. Here you're seeing me doing the line art. Yeah, but the rendering of the clothing, I actually struggle with clothing rendering, like with... I actually usually really like drawing folds. I do, I do like it. I'm not sure I'm good at it though. But the colors, at the very least, which I picked for shading the clothes, really do look pretty good in here. And I do think I did a good job. The little folds on his shirt, on his undershirt, those aren't rendered that nicely. I'm not sure I should have done the line art the way I did it. It's not that great. It definitely could use some work. And probably planning, because the planning was kind of the issue here. Okay, since we have like 2 minutes left, I will quickly go through his lore. As I said, it did not change much. His name is Eugene. He's from the Blood Island. He's an actor, and he's secretly a lost prince who should have been dead while his family was murdered or something. Yeah, roughly, that's his lore. And like he kind of, I really like actor characters, like characters who put on a mask very knowingly, but also like characters who put masks unknowingly. That's also my thing. So that was kind of what I was trying to play with here. His story doesn't really exist in the storyline. Like the closest storyline I've been doing to the Blood Island recently is that I've been writing about a doctor who worked under Eugene, and his story kind of like continues what actually happens in the Blood Island, because in the main lore not much happens other than like Eugene managing to become the king again and like taking back his rightful place. Whatever, I don't like that story anymore. This story is kind of a background for a different story, which I do like currently. Yeah, so that's about it for this one. I'm only finishing the eyes a little bit. I tried to play around with some color changing overlays, but I don't think I finally changed it. I feel like the pink worked the best as the background as well. So this is it. This is the version without the hand, because as I said, the hand doesn't work that well. At least I think so. I did the line art of the left sleeve, his right, with my mouse. Yeah, here's the version with the hand. I mean, the composition is a little bit better with the hand. That kind of does work. There is also a zoom on his face because, I mean, I do kind of focus on the faces the most. I do think he has a very graceful face, so, which I do think means I succeeded, because yeah, I mean, the face is kind of like the focal point of the picture usually. And yeah, if this gets like 1 like, maybe let's be more ambitious. How about 5 likes? If this gets 5 likes, I will maybe do that character design video. Goodbye, have a nice day, see ya, bye.